Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. That was a high-pitched Wolfie bark. I hope everything's okay. Yes, everything is okay. Nothing has passed back through the Nether portal. The Nether portal of Doominess. Woof! Wolfie agrees, he's been keeping watch. But yes, we're back! This is episode 201 of Farlands or Bust. Obviously, a big episode, the last episode. We went into the Nether. Nothing too small about that. We went to the Nether. We had quite the time there. And then we came back with our prize, glowstone dust, which we are going to plan on... Hold on, I feel like this needs some adornment. Do you not? We are going to plan on carrying with us all the way until the next F3 moment. So after we reach $100,000 for Child's Play charity, as we are attempting to do this season, after we reach that, I will, place this this glowstone, make a glowstone lamp or whatever they're called in this version of the game, and place it atop the next F3 monument. So look forward to that. Yet another thing in my inventory, taking up space that probably doesn't need to, but I will regardless. Regardless indeed. But yeah, let's, I think, you know what, I don't think I need a flint and steel anymore, do I? I mean, really, what else could I possibly use a flint and steel for? So I think I will leave this behind in this chest here. I don't need bones. Okay, so that leaves me 2 inventory slots open. I have my crafting table and my compass. I have a boat, buckets. These buckets I know are somewhat needless, but they came in handy yesterday, the last episode. I have no frame of reference of time or anything like that. So indeed, yeah, let's bid farewell to this cursed land and grab Wolfie, who's at full health. We fed him yesterday, and we have enough, bunch of wood, bunch of wool, 2 beds. Take one last look at the old Nether portal. The old vitamin barn. Because we will never ever see such a thing again. This did turn out to be like a nice little area for it, didn't it? We came, we left. It was not the end of the world, correct, Wolfie? We exited through the same portal, everything went well, and basically, I just want to say, I do appreciate everybody enjoying that video. I got almost 3,000 likes now, and quite a substantial amount of views and comments and everybody's kind words. That episode turned out a lot better than I could have ever possibly hoped for. I'm okay. I had this plan. I was going to go into the Nether. I could either die, which would be terrible thing. Like I said, I haven't died in Farlands or Bust ever. And all right, one last distance look as it passes beyond the trees. You happy with that, Wolfie? Pant. Okay. I could either die, it could be a horrible thing, or it would I would go in and boring, grab some glowstone and leave, and it could have just turned out boring. But that turned out just fine and dandy. For those of you who don't remember, in this version of the game, or in the beta versions of the game, beta 1.7.3, the Nether was a lot more of a scary place to go. One thing that I forgot about is that we don't have the brightness slider. So it's actually quite dark in the Nether if you don't have torches or anything like that. But also ghasts were a lot more frequent to spawn. And also something I noticed, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I noticed while editing, I only have 19 arrows left because I panicked and shot them in a flurry and a fury. God diggity dang it. The neighbors with their loud, scraggly, unlubricated garage door. Would it not? Now, hey, let me back up. Detour, not a segue, but a detour. Would it be going against any you know, normal human social construct, if I were to just, like, leave a little note in my neighbor's mailbox asking them kindly to have a mechanic come out and fix and or simply, you know, grease the wheels on their garage door, would that be weird and unusual? You'll also find it worth knowing that I've never talked to these people. I've lived where I live now for a little bit of time, and I have never interacted with any of the neighbors. Introvert. So yeah, but that it's pretty annoying. And it's not like the normal sound of the garage door. There's something clearly wrong. And it gets stuck quite frequently. I'll hear them come home, and then it goes up halfway, and then goes and then goes back down, and then they hit it 3 more times. So anyway, not a segue, but detour. I was talking about the Nether. I have 19 arrows left because I panicked. Ooh, this is some convenient coal. I do need some coal. Because being so dark, I did plunk down a lot of torches in the Nether. But used a lot of arrows in panic against the ghasts. Alley-oop! Wolfie! Nope. There we go. That's how you do it. And right there at the end, right as I was killing that one ghast, which now we can say we've done in Farlands or Bust, I heard a zombie pigman take damage. So I'm fairly certain, you guys will have to check the tape and let me know, I'm fairly certain I shot a zombie pigman. So if you want any other further confirmation, that right there is reason enough that we will never, ever return to the Nether, because we have angered the zombie pigmen, and aside from the ghasts being far more easy to spawn and far more dangerous in this version of the game, the zombie pigmen are real jerks. They will just destroy you the instant you walk through a portal if you've already ticked them off. Go look at X's adventures in Minecraft when he played through the Halloween update. I think that's about the point that X kind of stopped playing Minecraft, because he just had so much trouble with the Nether and the zombie pigmen. Every time he went back there to get his stuff after he died, they would murder him once again. So yeah, I don't think, I'm pretty certain that we will never, ever be returning to the Nether in Farlands or Bust, so I hope you enjoyed it for episode 200. Also, speaking of zombie pigmen, I do also want to thank, a lot of you picked up on the fact that Zisto did kind of a little teaser intro for us today on the 200th episode of Farlands or Bust. That was the zombie pigman himself. I figured that would be more than appropriate to have him do the intro. So that's fun little thing we did. So yeah, thank you Zisto for that, and everybody go congratulate Zisto. I know yesterday, I know in the last episode I mentioned how Etho got 500,000 subscribers. Zisto just passed 100,000 subscribers, so go congratulate Zisto and subscribe to Zisto as well if you want some more of that. He's a guy who spends a lot of time in the Nether, so if the Nether is something you want to see, that's who you want to check out. Indeed. Hello, Zombles. Speaking of Zombles. So yeah, let's talk about Child's Play charity. Right now, Wolfie agrees, he wants to talk about it. As of this recording, as I'm recording on the early afternoon for episode 201, we are at 9,000, careful Wolfie, $9,740.60 for Child's Play charity. This season, season 4 of Farlands or Bust. We had a lot of very generous, like extremely surprisingly, not surprisingly, but just extremely generous donations over the holiday weekend. I do appreciate it. Like I said, all that money goes directly to Child's Play charity. They get toys, books, games to hospitals and children's hospitals around the world to, obviously, you help kids out, help them be kids while they're, for whatever reason, they're stuck in the hospital. It's a great cause, and you can learn more about them at childsplaycharity.org, so I do appreciate that. But that also means that we have some other things to discuss. We have a milestone coming up that it looks very likely as if we will be reaching this goal. Boop, boop. And of course... Oh, I'm trying to be very dramatic and slow with my words. And of course, we are speaking... That is not a bed. That is not a bed. What is wrong with me? Ah, there we go. I am speaking, of course, of the Jason Statham Initiative. Ba-bum-ba, which we will discuss in the morning. And buzzcutness. Buzzcutness. Woof! Right on schedule. Yes. So, the Jason Statham incentive, which I set forth after returning from Minecon, I said by the end of the year, which is coming up at the end of this week, but the end of the year, the end of 2012, if we could reach $10,000, I would get a buzz cut, and aptly named it the Jason Statham Initiative, because Jason Statham has the buzz cut. And I suppose... rounding it off for people just joining us, the whole purpose of this, obviously, it's kind of a stunt. I've noticed how the stunts, like getting $5,000 and then wearing the bow tie to the Mindcrack panel on the first day of Minecon Paris, that was kind of a stunt, little fun thing to encourage the donations to Child's Play charity and help these kids out. This is also a stunt, so yes, I agree that is something I am now doing. But also, it's for those of you who watched quite a few of my older videos, you'll know that I'm not particularly that young. I'm not old, but I'm not particularly that young, and it runs in my family that we gentlemen tend to go a little thin up top. And yes, I know, all the people who've met me and who've taken pictures and seen videos, they say it's fine and it's no big deal, the little thinning that I have up top, and yes, I appreciate that, and you're all lovely, magical people, but I just personally, my own personal self-esteem issues, feel like it's something that I need to do about it, and the one thing I keep hearing, the one piece of advice I always hear is to cut your hair as short as possible. Get a buzz cut. Get a Jason Statham haircut. And Jason Statham is a fine person indeed, who also happens to be thinning up top, so I suppose that is his solution, is to get a buzz cut. So it's something I've been wanting to do. I just have never had the courage to do it myself. I've gone to the barber shop with the full intent of saying, just buzz cut it off, I'll give you a number 2, or, whatever the number of the electric bzzz thing is. That's the technical term, the bzzz thing. Woof, Wolfie agrees. But then, I'm like, okay, just the usual, because I chicken out or whatever. So it's something I've been meaning to do. So in addition to raising $10,000 for Child's Play charity and helping kids out around the world in hospitals, you're also helping me out. You're giving me a reason and the courage to get the Jason Statham buzz cuts, and check that out. I don't know. Perhaps, like I've said before, perhaps I have a strange birthmark on my head that I have never been aware of for the past 30 years, or perhaps I have some weird, oddly shaped, bumpy egghead. I don't know. But we're going to find out together. And it's looking like it. Like I said, we have to reach $10,000. There's still $260 left as of the time of recording. The donations have been coming in fast and furious. Not a Jason Statham movie, but they've been coming in fast and furious, and there might be even less money to raise by the time this episode gets up later this evening. So check that out, if I have mentioned. If I haven't, over at farlandsorbust.com, you want to click the chip-in widget on the homepage and donate through that, and like I said, the money goes straight to Child's Play charity. Indeed. What else is going on? Oh, that's the good news. A little bit of, I guess for some people might be bad news. We all know that also this weekend, and I kind of mentioned this before, but I never made any promises. Let me get that out of the way. The B team from the Mindcrack server, BOO and Generic B. Careful, Wolfie. Generic B, careful, Wolfie. All right, hey, let me feed you one of these bones. Clear up more inventory. Yes, these are raw pork chops, by the way. It's just the the texture pack turned them into bones, because Wolfie is the only one who eats the raw pork chop. I thought for a moment there I forgot the glowstone. Oh, that would have been terrible. But yeah, the B Team meetup is the 29th. I believe they're planning it in the suburbs of Chicago at an arcade. I don't remember what it's called now. It's not GameStop, that's the store. Anyway, find out more information on the Reddit and through BOO and Generic B, but yes, I realize that I'm from this area, but it is looking not so likely that I will be able to attend, unfortunately. Buzz cut or not, it's just not shaping up. I mean, like I've said, even the past 2 days I haven't had any videos up because it is, after all, the Pagan-Winter-Solstice-Gift-Giving-Season, and you know, we have all of our obligations to families and friends and whatnot, and indeeds and etceteras. So just things, the stars have not aligned, and it just does not look like it's going to work out. So hopefully. There shouldn't be anybody who expected me to be there, because I was always a question mark, but just to kind of put the last nail in that coffin, I will probably not be able to attend. I do appreciate everybody who was looking forward to seeing me. Spawner! Hey, Wolfie, is that it? Yep. And whatnot, but I apologize, I am not... Probably not, hey guy, going to be able to attend, so, more buckets, just what I always wanted. Let's get that over there. Saddles, beans, and only a single chest, unless, nope. Hey guy. Just trifling through your stuff. You have a pleasant day. I'm a jerk. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I need to make a boat. Oh. Perhaps you would like to remain covered up. Yes, you would. I need to make a boat or two. So yeah, unfortunately that doesn't look like that's the case, but everybody who is going, have a good time. Like I said, hang out with Generic B and BOO, the B Team. And perhaps in the future, after Minecon, I am a lot more open to the idea of doing conventions and meetups and signatures and all that, panels and that fun stuff. So in the future, just look forward to that. Hopefully with more of the Minecraft guys, and hopefully once again, you know, BOO and Generic B, a fine couple they are indeed. Indeed. So yeah, that's the bad news of the episode. So let's continue talking about good news. Talked about Child's Play charity. Talked about the fact that it is the holiday season, so videos are a little bit hard to come by. But I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm like, I know family. I know I don't actually go to work. But that doesn't mean I'm like available 24/7. I do have to like sit down and actually do stuff for an absurd amount of time. Actually, more than what your average 9-to-5 job may require. So we're getting that all back together and more videos, and I've got an idea. For a new game. I know I played Teleglitch, which I was hoping would last longer than it did. That's the problem. A little bit difficult doing YouTube series is with games that have permadeath and no save games. So I don't... Teleglitch, I enjoy it. It's a fun game, and I would recommend anybody else picking it up. Teleglitch.com, I believe. But the whole dying and having to start over from scratch thing, I don't think works too well with YouTube. Might be, like I said at the end of that second episode, might be a good live stream game. You know, when we don't want to have anything to do with Minecraft or something like that, we can plug that in and check that out for a live stream, because, okay, you die, the live stream's over, whoop-de-doo. So, maybe, who knows? And then maybe I'll just upload the live stream archives to YouTube. So there's that. I do have another game in mind, like I said, for the new year. Also, the racing games, particularly Dirt 3. I think I'm going to be looking for a new racing game. It's not, I mean, I enjoyed so far Dirt 3. It just feels like it's getting a little bit repetitive, don't you think? For those of you who watch it, obviously. If you don't watch it, then you will have formed no opinions thusly. But it just feels like it's getting slightly repetitive. I was hoping there would be a little bit more of a variety, but it seems kind of like it's either the same courses or, okay, here's another Gymkhana thing that I don't like anyway, and here's the Norwegian track again, but it's raining and it's nighttime. You know, that's the only thing they seem to switch up, so I was hoping there would be more variety in that, and I don't know, maybe as you continue on, perhaps there is. I was really hoping there was a Pikes Peak course. That would be kind of fun to drive, because I've actually driven Pikes Peak in real life, so... But it doesn't look... It looks like all the courses are just made-up fake courses. I could be wrong, I just don't recognize them, but... oh, this is dangerous. Dangerous! Danger! Oop. It's interesting. So yeah, I'm kind of looking... And I'm going to go to sleep now and continue talking in the morning. Woof! And a race gameness. Indeed. So I'm kind of looking for a new driving racing game. I would like one that I could... Hey, guy. That I could use my racing wheel on. But that's not necessarily a requirement. One thing I was thinking of trying to do was... I was thinking of trying Dirt 3. Careful, Wolfie! Oh. Jeez. Almost went down. This is like a 404 hole. What? I was thinking of trying Dirt 3, but with my controller and not with my racing wheel. Maybe that would make it a little bit more fun and interesting. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking for another driving game. It seems like a genre that is somewhat forgotten. Especially since I am a little bit picky, and I am kind of looking for that sweet spot of a racing game it's fun and exciting, kind of, you know, like arcade racers might be. But I want more of that simulator experience when it comes to the physics and the driving and the realistic cars and tracks and things like that. So, you know, that rules a lot of things out. I know a lot of people liked my NASCAR series, but that is too far, I think, on the simulator side. Or I know it's too far on the simulator side. I just can't seem to find a way to make it fun for videos, because the way I play it, I actually want to sit there and do 50 practice laps every time, coming in and tweaking this setting or adjusting the PSI or the camber or you know, the downforce, this or that, you know, just to make things perfect so that I actually have a fighting chance in the race. Whereas that doesn't really translate well to video, or just overall, it doesn't... The time invested doesn't come out the other side for me in terms of doing this for my daily job, as I was just talking about. So there's that. Ooh. Scenery. So I don't think that is going to work. A lot of people have also suggested F1, the new F1 game, F1 2012. I feel that might have the same problem. It seems very simulator-esque. Aside from the fact that I know absolutely nothing about Formula 1 racing. I know I was watching the trailer and other videos on it, and they have all these pictures of names and guys' helmets, and I'm like, I don't know any of these people, these racers, that I'm sure are very famous in Europe and elsewhere and stuff like that, but I do not recognize any of them. So while that seems like a cool game, I don't think that's right up my alley. On the flip side, a while ago, a fan gifted me... what did they gift me? I have it written down here. Burnout Paradise? Careful, Wolfie. I tried just like the beginning, the intro mission to it. Not a fan. Not a fan. That was a weird stutter. That's too far on the arcade side. Just the physics. Like for example, there's a handbrake button, but every time you press it, it automatically puts the car into a 180-degree spin. It's not like Driver San Francisco, where it actually takes some finesse to know how to use the handbrake and actually do a drift, turn, a power slide around a corner and stuff like that. This one, you push a button and the car automatically, without you even steering, does this 180-degree spin. Aside from the fact that it is a pretty poor attempt at a console port, unfortunately. So I do appreciate the gift from whoever gifted me that, but that doesn't seem like something I'll enjoy. And speaking of Driver San Francisco, even though I know it's not wholly and totally a driving or a racing game, that game right there kind of hit a good balance between the fun arcade elements, but as with all the driver games, they spend a lot of time getting the driving physics right, getting the cars, the proper cars, the crash physics, and stuff like that. They take time to get that stuff right. So something along those lines, even though I know there isn't much along those lines, if that makes any sense. I do need to remind everybody once in a while, as I do get comments, oh, Kurt should play Forza with Beef, or Kurt should play Gran Turismo. This is a PC gaming channel. I do not own any of the consoles. I do not plan to, so I cannot be playing any of those Forza games or Gran Turismo because they are console only. So those are out of the mix as well. So if you have any suggestions, I will, perhaps I might find something through you guys that I have yet to hear about, so that'll help out. But yeah, trying to find kind of that nice balance. I do like racing games. I do like cars. And I know there's a select audience within my subscribership who likes that sort of stuff from me. So I'm looking to both appease my own desires for a racing game as well as sufficiently quench your thirst for racing content here on the channel. Wow, that was like a Shakespearean explanation of a very simple concept. Oh, can you tell I'm going a little bit nutty from being around my family so much this weekend? Going crazy. Oh dear. Wolfie agrees. He sees it. What do we got? Like half a day left? Let's answer a question. That's something I also do in Farlands or Bust. From Lazaglider. And this actually goes along with something I was talking about in episode 200, where Paul Soares Jr. was talking about how Minecraft is a good Let's Play game because it acts more as a stage and lets you kind of plan and have out your own stories and narratives and things like that. And I kind of even recommended, if you're looking to try a Let's Play, I would suggest, if you like Minecraft, why not do one in Minecraft? It's a good way to kind of get your feet wet, he says, as he boats through the water. So, along the same lines, Lazaglider asked, I wonder if there's any concern amongst the pros YouTubers, those of us who do this full-time, who require the revenue for sustenance and a roof over our heads. Is there any concern about how long it will last? How long it will be profitable and viable? Seeing how quickly Minecraft became popular, this is all his question still, his or her question, is there concern that the popularity could fade just as quickly? I realize Minecraft is somewhat unique, and it was the first game that gained mass popularity via YouTube, but like every other massively popular game, do you believe one day it will fade? As the piano music poetically plays us to emotional conclusions about such things. No, it's always a concern. It becomes much bigger concerns when YouTube has problems or makes big changes, like the recent redesign that clearly and visibly affects our subscribers and our view counts and things like that, and subsequently our ad revenue and stuff like that. So that's always a concern, and I believe if we don't, we should all know that, and you should all know that we're not like employees of YouTube or Google or anybody like that. We're basically living the freelancer, the contractor life right here. So everything to us can seem rather temporary. As long as we have your guys' support, the support of the subscribers and stuff like that. In terms of watching, and like I mentioned with episode 200, I was very happy to see all the likes and the comments and everybody telling me on Twitter how much they liked that episode and stuff like that. So as long as we have you guys, I think there should be something for us to do. Whether or not it remains our main source of income, as you said, profitable as that or whatever, that's another question. But as long as there's people out there who like our content, then I believe you will continue to receive such things. Yeah, I guess on that topic, I've never felt too secure about it, but it's something you tend to forget as you put, your long hours into it. You see what you get out of it, so that kind of becomes secondary. I mean, even for the people, a lot of people say, oh, maybe you should join a network for a little bit security, a YouTube network like, Machinima or TGS or something like that. That doesn't really offer any additional security versus being kind of an independent YouTube channel. There was a network out there called the Curse Network, who YouTube took away the rights from the network itself. So the network and then everybody who was partnered underneath the network was out of luck. So there's never security, as you could say, but I'm personally not one to dwell too much on that stuff. I try to not necessarily live in the moment. That almost sounds reckless, but I try to just concentrate on what's working now and what I can do to improve what's working now. So yeah. The way things are going, like I said, Minecraft right now is the only game of its type that really is this stage, as Paul Soares Jr. aptly said, for YouTube Let's Plays. So until something comes along to replace it, I don't see why it would lose popularity as a YouTube source of YouTube content. I for sure could really see somebody who maybe used to play Minecraft, but perhaps they got bored of playing the game, but maybe they'll still continue watching people play it on YouTube because it's not necessarily about the game at that point. It's more about the entertainment and the content and stuff like that. So you'll have to ask other people about that. But me personally, I do not worry about it. I just try to make the best of what we've got going here. And a lot of that comes from the support I see from you guys for, once again, poorly timed dramatic entrances, for Child's Play charity over at farlandsorbust.com. So yes, you can keep doing that over at farlandsorbust.com using the chip-in widget. I believe it is going to come to pass, but it has yet to do such things. The Jason Statham Initiative over at farlandsorbust.com, trying to reach $10,000 before the end of the year. I think by the time this video comes out, we will be less than $250 to that. So keep giving there, and I will get the Jason Statham buzz cuts. And I will, I think I'll do it in the comfort of my own home. I know I was considering going to an actual professional's place of business to have them do it, but that would just be weird, being like, can I record you doing your job? So I think I'll do it from the comfort of my own home. I do have a few, they're meant for beards and facial hair, but the trimmers, those should be enough, right? That should do the job. Might be kind of a hack job, but we'll find out. So yeah, I'll do that from the comfort of my own home, and we can enjoy it and discover what lies beneath this thinning patch of brown hair for the past 25 years since I've last gotten a buzz cut as a small child. That was a weird sentence. I apologize. But yeah, anyway. Once again, thanks for all the support for episode 200 of Far Lands or Bust. I had a lot of fun with that. Looking forward to a lot more crazy and fun things like that in the future of Far Lands or Bust. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you had a good holiday, family, gift-giving, winter solstice, gift-giving time. Words. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time.